Hello YouTubers and fellow vintage radio enthusiasts. I'm getting a little tongue-tied there. Today's video is going to be of a Pace 1000B Sidetalk. I actually just acquired this radio in a large lot of radios. I honestly thought this one would be junk, and it's definitely was in bad shape. Still is rough. You know, Bubba had been to work on this radio. It had so many bad traces from overheating it with a soldering iron, so many bad solder joints. It had a Connex Echo mounted in it. You see where they just drilled a hole in the front of the radio up above the large SRF meter, and that's where the Connex Echo was. So I removed the Echo board. They didn't even have the audio wire hooked up on the mic jack. Had the Connex Echo board installed incorrectly anyways, so this radio was a mess. I've actually got it operating, other than it's missing 2 crystals, and TX output's a little down on upper sideband compared to AM and lower sideband. Other than that, miraculously it's working. I felt so sorry for it when I got it out of the box and put it on the bench to test it. I could tell it was trying to work, that I actually felt half decent earlier this morning. So I plugged away at it, a little here, a little there, by early this afternoon I finally got it running. It is 23 channel sideband. I think this might be the largest SRF meter of any 11 meter Citizens band radio. Radio has a good sound to it. I mean, as far as receive, the tone quality of the receive through the stock speaker, front 5 speaker, sounds good. Has one of them flip type clocks, and as you just seen, the clock does work, which is something else about this radio that absolutely shocked me. Features, pretty full featured. It's got the clock and your clock settings. CVPA, it's got a noise blinker on and off. That's the main, that black rocker switch is the main power on off. It has a SWR bridge built in, so there's the calibrate for it. And there's where you choose what function the meter will read, or if it'll read SRF or standing wave ratio. RF gain, clarifier, volume control, squelch, and there's your mode selector, AM, upper lower sideband. I said she is a 23 channel. All the bulbs are actually working in it. I didn't have to replace any of them. RX light, TX light, audio, test 1, 2. She has output. It's keying about 4 watts, and it will modulate to about 12 watts, 11 to 12 watts peak. That's just the way it was. I haven't done anything with it, and probably won't. That's probably about all it does, and it's plenty good enough. Like I said, just got it today. Can't really say a lot about it. It is rough. This is a Japanese microphone. It is let's see if I can read that model number. It's American Electronics PowerMate. It's a 95/320. It's made in Japan. It runs off a 9-volt battery. I actually got that with some radios here quite some time ago, and never really used it. So I did a quick clean job on the mic, and because this radio wire is weird. I didn't have a cheater for it or a microphone for it any longer. I had a Pace 4-pin recently mobile. I think it was an 8041, but I sold it a while back on eBay with the microphone, so I didn't have anything else that wired, for this radio. I only found one switch. The switch was just dangling inside, wasn't even mounted on the side, but at some point in its life, it's had four switches or momentary push buttons mounted on the side, holes drilled in it. Like I said, there's where the Connex Echo was. I found this black plug just laying in the box that all these radios came in. I had no idea what it goes to, but it was about the ideal size with a little super glue, and at least it looks better than that looks better than an open hole, or looks better than having that Connex dual pod echo control in there. Originally, like I said, I thought it was going to be a parts radio, but I'm kind of impressed with it. You know, on pictures online, I always thought these were kind of ugly radios. I mean, they you know, they're not the most beautiful thing. They're kind of fugly, but you get them in real life and get them turned on with the lights and everything and that huge meter, I think they're pretty attractive. Receiver seems decent, but I really can't say how good it is. Yeah, I just haven't had it long enough. But other than that, I think that's about everything. Like I said, it's been worked on so many times inside by people that don't know what they're doing. Well, I mentioned all the broken traces and bad solder joints. I had a broken leg on the audio chip. I had to patch that up. And I can't even remember what all else. This radio had so many problems just to get it to, you know, back to life as it is now. Anyhow, I don't think this radio is too common. I don't see them come up on eBay all that often. I think there were 2 or 3 versions of this radio, and as far as I know, I think the 1000B Bravo is actually the first version. Not sure why they started it like that. And I could be wrong, but I think that the B was the first, and then there was like an M and, you know, something else. I really don't remember how many or exact model numbers. But there you have it. Pace 1000B, 23 channel, SSB, crystal controlled. Big SRF meter. 73s, everybody. 262. Operator Paul signing off.